Hey guys, this is Dominator of the World doing a commentary video on Rome Total War. I command the Spanish, and my opponent Xcadna or something like that commands the Romans. Let's look at my army first. In my army, I have 3 units of Scutarii, 1 unit of skirmishers, 3 units of Iberian infantry, and 5 units of bull warriors. For my cavalry, I have 5 or 6 units of long shield cavalry, and I have 3 units of onagers. Skander's army, however, is near the forest, and most of his army is hidden, so I can only tell you he has 2 units of urban cohorts, 2 units of heavy onagers, and I'm pretty sure he has 2 to 3 units of hidden auxilia. But now the rest of his army is coming out, and it consists of legionary first cohorts and urban cohorts, I think, or it just consists of legionary first cohorts. But either way, they're cohorts. I started off this battle kind of wrong, because I didn't notice that he had an entire force where he could conceal his entire army from me. So I sent my entire force against this one urban cohort, and that gives him the opportunity to flank and attack me from behind on some of my units, like my bull warriors right here. So now we started off the infantry battle here, and it's a very big one because army sizes were huge, but my opponent chose that option and I did not. And you can see one of my units is already routing. I guess they were one of the ones that were flanked or something. And I don't usually bring onagers to battles because I really hate onagers. I really think they're inaccurate, and they just give a very bad disadvantage to the person who doesn't have them, especially when they're against you, because they're gonna desecrate my army. And you can see that before the infantry fight started, he already hit some parts of my army that never got to fight. But now, anyways, you can see that more of my units are starting to rout, and I'm seeing this too, so I'm sending in my cavalry. And I also sent my cavalry in the wrong way. I sent them in a frontal charge, and I accidentally killed my general with my catapults, which is why I don't like bringing them. But anyways, I brought my cavalry in a head charge, so they hit the back of my infantry before they got to the enemy. I should have probably flanked them or maneuvered behind them to do a attack from the rear. But anyways, both of our onagers are attacking the infantry fight here, and his archers are attacking my cavalry. And now his cavalry is doing what I was supposed to do and maneuvering behind my infantry so they can get behind my infantry and attack. I also moved out my cavalry from the infantry fight, and I maneuvered them around his infantry so I could flank them. And he also brought more cavalry out from the forest to flank my cavalry charge. So now it's just a confused mass of death and destruction. Here's a little close-up of the little situation I got myself into. But anyways, yeah, whenever he sent in all his infantry like that, I thought that he sent in his entire army from the forest. And that's a mistake you should never make whenever there's a big forest behind your enemy and you only have a hill. And that proves to be my downfall, unfortunately. But this battle takes many twists and turns in the process. And at one point it looks like I've won the battle, which really made me disappointed whenever I lost it, but Either way, it was a close battle, so I'm gonna put it on YouTube. But yeah, I didn't expect to win this battle at all whenever I played it, because I was a barbarian faction and I was facing the Romans, and the Romans have the best army in this game, so I wasn't expecting even a close defeat or anything like that whenever I chose the Spanish, because usually I suck with barbarian factions, since I'm more used to like units I can use the phalanx and the testudo. But I think I did alright for having a barbarian faction. So now the infantry fight is over, and if you notice, the battlefield is littered more with dead horses than dead humans. Although I'm pretty sure the horses are on top of the humans, so you can't see them. But there were a lot of cavalry, so I wouldn't be surprised if there were more horses. You can see here more of my guys are stopping. They've stopped routing. And his archers are still firing on my guys. And here come more of his legions, his cohorts, out of the forest. And he has 2 more units of cohorts, so there was no way I could win now. So I didn't see this until they were right on top of me, so they routed me right when they charged. Well, even before they charged, because now I'm having a mass rout of my bull warriors and my scutarii that are left. But so now I only have my onagers, which are firing obediently into enemy lines. Look at this, 2 of the onagers are destroyed. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, in this video it lagged a lot. I'm guessing that's because of the large armies that were in this, because of the large army numbers. So I can't really help that. It was working kind of fine last time I checked, but I guess it wouldn't do it a second time. So now I'm withdrawing my onagers, and yeah, I'm withdrawing them, because I'm hoping that I can withdraw them long enough so that some of my guys here will stop routing, and I can pull a relatively equal amount of men against his cohort unit here. But eventually I'm gonna see that this isn't gonna work, and there's no use in postponing the inevitable, so I'm gonna charge my onagers one at a time against his cohort, and they're gonna rout. There goes one of my guys, burning, or burnt. These onagers routed immediately, so I wasn't very happy about that. And right here, his onagers just killed a couple of his own guys. So I was laughing at this part whenever I was fighting him. And I was hoping his onagers would take a couple more shots on his own guys so that I wouldn't have to fight so many. But it didn't really work out that way, unfortunately. And now I've lost the battle. But anyways, if you can see the results, you can see that he outnumbered me by about 800 more men. So I think I did even better now that I was totally outnumbered and I was a barbarian faction. But I bet if we had equal numbers, I could have made it a close victory instead of a close defeat. But I'll let you see the statistics here. And good game to my opponent, and hope you guys enjoyed watching me lose.